Yee guys, welcome back to Sports Gamer, back to another video. And today we got my NFL predictions. One game happened on Thursday night. It's actually Saturday night right now. It's pretty late at night, I would say. Got hockey in the morning at 8:10, so probably gotta get ready, start brushing up for tomorrow. So yeah, and then also the games start tomorrow, even though one happened on Thursday. So you probably won't, at the latest, you probably won't be seeing this to next Saturday, next week when I'm filming this. Will be next week, because Sunday, tomorrow, might not be able to get it out. Monday, Tuesday, definitely not, unless if it's late at night. Wednesday, maybe. Thursday, Friday, maybe. Definitely Saturday. So definitely at least to Saturday, I'm getting it out. Definitely not tomorrow. At the earliest, Monday, latest Saturday. So yeah, I'll see you. So yeah. Okay, so here we go. We are predicting it game by game, starting out in the AFC East. The first place finisher from last year. They had Tom Brady. This year they don't. But we got the new England Patriots schedule 2020. We got Miami Dolphins. Their week one. That's gonna be a win. Especially the not starting Tua. Week one, they have Ryan Fitzpatrick. So I think that's gonna be a fairly easy win for Cam Newton and the Patriots. Seattle Seahawks. I don't think they win that one, so they'll drop to 1-1. And also, just to clarify, I am not being biased. Obviously, I want the Patriots to win, but I'm doing it on what I think is gonna happen. So, yeah, even though the Patriots are my favorite team. Okay, so they're 1-1. Week 3 at home versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I think that's gonna be a win over Derek Carr. The Raiders, they got Henry Ruggs, rookie wide receiver. He might be pretty good. Probably the second best wide receiver in the draft class, I would say, after C.D. Lamb. C.D. Lamb is still available. I would have drafted him if I was the Raiders. But, and then week 4, they go on the road to play Kansas City, the Super Bowl champions. And I think they take a loss there and move down to 2-2. Yeah. And then week 5, home versus Denver. I think that's going to be a win for them. So far, win, lose, win, lose, win in week 5. So, at home against Denver, good. And like the 6 games they played last year, 5-1. I think the Broncos are going to do pretty good this year. Yeah. Then week 6, they have the bye week. And then coming out of the bye week, they have the San Francisco 49ers, Super Bowl runner-up, NFC champions from last year. I honestly don't think the 49ers are going to be that good this year. I don't think Jimmy G is going to be as good. The only thing is our defense. They have Nick Bosa. I'm pretty sure they lost to Forrest Buckner. They still have Richard Sherman. They lost a couple of stars on their D-line, so I don't think they're going to be as dominant this year. So I think that's a win, and they're going to move up to 4-2. Week 8 at Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to be a very good team this year, but I think Buffalo beats them here. Yeah. So 4-3. Week 9 to the New York Jets. And I think the New York Jets are going to do terrible. This is also an ESPN Monday Night Football game. I think the Jets do absolutely terrible this year. Last year they got lucky going 7-9, honestly. Yeah. But and they even lost to the Dolphins last year. So, yeah. So that's a win. 5-3. Week 10 versus Baltimore at home. This is a tough game to predict. The Ravens lost to the Titans last year. I think the Ravens beat them and they moved to 5-4. 5-4. At Houston, week 11, I think that is gonna be a win for them. So 6-4, my calculations are correct. Week 12, Arizona. I expect Arizona to be a very good team this year. Adding DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray is going to be good. They have Kenyon Drake. They also have Larry Fitzgerald to go along with DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk. So I think that's going to be really good. But I think the Patriots can beat them. So 7-4. Week 13, going to the Chargers in the new stadium. Gonna They're gonna be playing in the new stadium 2 weeks in a row as they have the Chargers and then the Rams. I think to beat the Chargers, move on to 8-4, Week 14, Los Angeles. I think Los Angeles is gonna be better than last year. This year, with the expanded playoff with one extra wildcard team, last year they would have made it if they had this format. But I think the Rams beat them, and 8-5. Week 15 against Miami at Miami. I think Tua might be starting by then, but I still don't think Tua is enough to beat them. So I'm going to give the Patriots the win and move to 9-5. Week 16 against the Buffalo Bills. Bills won in Buffalo, but this time I think in New England the Patriots are going to win. I think they're going to split the season series this year. So yeah, that's also a Monday Night Football game on ESPN. That's going to be pretty good to watch in Week 16. So right now, the 10-5, Week 17, they move on to the New York Jets, and I think that's going to be a win on Week 17. So yeah, 11-5 for the New England Patriots. I think, just so you know, I'm not being biased. I think this is actually going to happen. I think Cam Newton's actually going to do better than Tom Brady this year. I think Tom Brady's age is going to show, and he doesn't really have enough time to learn the Tampa Bay playbook with the no preseason and limited training camp because of COVID-19. YouTube doesn't like when I say the name, so I'm going to just call it COVID-19. So, yeah, I think the Bills are going to be close up there. So, yeah, the Patriots definitely got to watch out for them this year. Yeah. So 11-5, first in the AFC East. Maybe we'll see what the Bills schedule. But yeah, see you at the Bills schedule. Okay, so now we got the Bills schedule. Week 1 at home against the New York Jets. My hometown team. I'm not really a fan of them, but I think they get a win against the Jets and then move on to 1-0. Week 2 against Miami, I think they move on to 2-0. I just think Miami's not a good team. I think they could even go 0-16 this year. I have to look at their schedule. But Week 3, Los Angeles Rams. At home, I think they take a loss and move to 2-1. Week 4, Las Vegas, so they're going to get the win there in Las Vegas and move to 3-1. Week 5, they have the Tennessee Titans. I think that's going to be a win, and they're going to move on to 4-1 in the first 5 weeks. Week 6, Kansas City. Don't think they could beat Kansas City. It's a Thursday night game. I think Kansas City takes the win, and the Bills move down to 5-2. But Week 7, they play the Jets, so that's going to be a win, and they are now 6-2. And then New England, at home versus New England, I have the Bills winning this game, and they're going to move on to 7-2. Week 9 against Seattle, I think they could beat Seattle and move on to 8-2, honestly. I think the Bills can be a really good team this year. Week 10, Arizona Cardinals, I think they get the win there and move to 9-2. Week 11, they got the bye week, so they got the rest to play the Chargers, and they're going to move to 10-2. And now, Week 13, San Francisco 49ers, I think they take the L, especially at San Francisco, and the Bills don't play good in primetime games, so Monday, I think they're going to take the L, Monday Night Football. So I think they're going to be 10-3. Pittsburgh Steelers, I think that's a win, 11-3. Denver Broncos, that's a win, 12-3. New England, that's a loss. They're going to move to 12-4. But Miami, they're going to get the win. 13-4, that doesn't add up. So I obviously did something wrong calculating this. So I'm just going to figure this out real quick. Okay, so I got it. The Bills are going to be 12-4 this season. Don't really have that hard of a schedule, to be honest. So yeah, first in the AFC East. We're going to move on to the New York Jets now. Here we go, New York Jets. Week 1, automatic loss against the Buffalo Bills. They were winning last year, Week 1, but the Bills came back. I think even if the Bills are losing, they can definitely come back. So, week 2, San Francisco, that's an L. They're going to move to 0-2 on this season. Week 3, Colts, I think they're going to be decent this year with no Andrew Luck, but they got Phillip Rivers. I think that's better than Jacoby Brissett. So, yeah. But I think they're going to take the L. 0-3. Denver, I think Denver's going to be a pretty good team with Drew Lock. They're going to take the L and move to 0-4. And then against Arizona, I think they're going to take the L again. 0-5, 5-game losing streak. And then I think on week 6, Los Angeles, I think they're going to take another L. I think they're going to move to 0-6. And then week 7, Buffalo Bills, that's an L, and they're going to move to 0-7. Pretty bad. Kansas City, that's going to be an L, 0-8. New England, another L, 0-9. But that's okay, because we've got the Miami Dolphins coming up, and I think you're going to get the win. So, 1-9. At least you got one win. And then, you also got the bye week, and then you got Miami again, so that's another win. 2-game win streak, 2-9. But I think Las Vegas could be a win too. 3-9, 3-game win streak. But they're gonna take the L to Seattle and move to, I don't even know, 0-9. 3-10. And then they're gonna lose to Los Angeles. That's 3-11. And I think they lose to the Browns. So 3-12, and then New England, that's going to be a loss. 3-13, pretty bad for the New York Jets. And they had one good stretch, week 10 through week 13. They had a 3-game win streak. But that is the only 3 wins they're going to get this season, against 2 against Miami and 1 against Las Vegas. So now we're going to do the New York Jets, 3rd in, well, I honestly don't know. We gotta look at the Dolphins schedule. The Dolphins will do better, but okay, here we go. Miami Dolphins 0-1 against New England, 0-2 against Buffalo, but they get the win against Jacksonville, 1-2. Seattle, that's gonna be a loss, 1-3. San Francisco, that's gonna be a loss, 1-4. They lose to Denver, 1-5. Lose to the Chargers, and they're gonna go to 1-6. They're gonna lose to the Rams, so that's gonna be 1-7. I think they could upset Arizona here, and then they're gonna move to 2-7. New York, that's gonna be a loss, 2-8, and then bye week 11, and then they come back right to the New York Jets, and they're gonna take the loss again. So that's gonna be, I don't even know, man. I keep losing count on these. Hold on. Okay, so 2-9, Cincinnati, that's going to be a win. 3-9, Kansas City, that's going to be an L. 3-10, New England, L. 3-11. Las Vegas, that's an L. 3-12, and then Buffalo, they're going to take the L there. So 3-13, and they're going to be 4th place. Jets had the same record, but the Jets beat them twice during the season. So the Jets are going to be 3rd place in the AFC, and the Dolphins are going to be 4th again. And they have a chance at the 1st overall pick with the Jets. I also think the Jaguars are going to have a chance. I think the Bengals, I think they get at least 4 wins this season. I think they double the total wins of last season. But we're going to move on to the next division. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. AFC, moving on to the AFC North. We got the Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland. They're going to take the win. Houston win. They're going to move to 2-0. And I think they lose to Kansas City. I think they're going to move to 2-1. At the Washington football team, they're going to take a win. So, 2-2. Or no, 3-1. Cincinnati, that's a win. 4-1. Philadelphia, that's a win. 5-1. Pittsburgh is a win. 6-1. Moving on to the bye week in week 8. And then Indianapolis are gonna take the win. So they're gonna move to 10-1. No, 9-1. Tennessee, gonna take the win. 10-1. Pittsburgh win. 11-1. Dallas, that's a win. 12-1. Cleveland, that's a win. 13-1. Jacksonville, that's a win. 14-1. New York Giants, that's a win. 14-1. And then Bengals is gonna be a win. 15-1. Probably first in the AFC North, but I have to look at the other schedules. So, yeah. Here we go. Cincinnati Bengals. So that's the first in the AFC North at 0-0. And that's the closest they're going to be to first, I think. So, let's see. Los Angeles are going to move 0-1. Cleveland 0-2. Philadelphia 0-3. Jacksonville 1-3. Baltimore 1-4. Indianapolis, they're going to probably go 1-5. Cleveland, I think they could get one win against Cleveland. So I think they're going to move to 2-5. Week 8, Tennessee. I think that's going to be a loss. 2-6. But halfway through the season, you got the same amount of wins as they had last season. So, yeah, pretty good. Week 9, they got a bye at 2-6. Steelers are going to take the loss there. But then, the Washington football team, they're going to take a win. So, 3, and I don't even know anymore. But New York, that's going to be a win. 4 wins. Miami, that's going to be a win. 5 wins. Dallas, that's going to be a loss. Still only got 5 wins on the season. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's going to be a loss. Houston, that's going to be a loss. Baltimore, that's going to be a loss. So 5-11 for the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, they doubled the win total from last season, plus an extra win. So 5-11. That's pretty big improvement. I think next season, maybe they double 5 wins plus 1, maybe 11 wins. I don't think that's going to be happen, but that could happen. So we're going to go to the next team in the AFC North. Here we go. Cleveland Browns, Baltimore. That's going to be a loss. Cincinnati. No, this is not Baltimore. No, this is one. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to move to 1-1. 2-1 against the Washington football team. Probably 3-1 against Dallas. 3-2 lose to Indianapolis. 3-3 after the loss to Pittsburgh. 3-4 they lose to Cincinnati, but they're gonna beat Las Vegas and move even. 4-4 halfway through the season. Week 9, they got the Houston Texans. That's gonna be a loss, and they're gonna move down to 4-5. Next week they got the Philadelphia Eagles. That's gonna be a loss of 4-6. And then Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a gimme win. So 5-6. Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans could make another playoff run this year. So I even lost track of the wins. That's gonna 4th win of the season, I believe. Baltimore. That's gonna be a loss. New York. That's gonna be a win. The other New York team, the Jets. That's gonna be a win. And the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that's 6-10, but I have to recalculate that. So okay, so the Browns are 7-9 so far. That is second place team, but we'll have to look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got Ben back, so I'm gonna pull up the schedule and we're gonna see what the record is gonna be. Okay, here we go. Pittsburgh Steelers schedule opening the regular season on Monday Night Football against the New York Giants. That's gonna be a win, and they're gonna be 1-0. Denver Broncos, that's going to be now. I think the Broncos are going to be really good this year. So 1-1. Houston, I think they could get the win. I think Houston losing DeAndre Hopkins. I think they're going to be pretty bad there. Like 10-6 last year with him. Without him, probably 6-10. So they are going to be 3-0 starting off the season. And the Tennessee Titans, they're going to beat them, and they're going to be 4-0. Philadelphia Eagles, they're going to take their first loss of the season in Week 5 and move down to 4-1. I think Cleveland, that is going to be a win and move to 5-1. Baltimore, that's going to be a loss. But they're 5-2 halfway through the season because Week 8 is a bye week. So half week halfway through the season. They're 5-2. But Dallas, they're gonna take the win. They're gonna move to 6-2. Cincinnati, that's gonna another win, 7-2. Jacksonville, they're gonna take the win, 8-2. But Baltimore, they're gonna take the loss. So 7-3. Washington football team, another win, 8-3. Buffalo, they're gonna take the loss, 2. 3 losses, I believe. 4 losses. Don't even know, man. I always lose track. But they're gonna get the win against Cincinnati, and the win against Indianapolis, and a win against Cleveland in Week 17. Okay, so it's Pittsburgh Steelers 12-4, and yeah, that's gonna be good enough for second place in the AFC North. And Ravens first, Steelers second, Browns third, Bengals fourth. So we're gonna move on to the next division. Okay, here we go. AFC South, Houston Texans. Here we go. Week 1, Kansas City, they already lost, so they're 0-1. Week 2, they're gonna take another L and move down to 0-2. Week 3, an L, 0-3 to start off the season. But you're gonna beat the Vikings, so 1-3. And then you're gonna beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, so 2-3. But you meet up with the Tennessee Titans, AFC South rival. I think you're gonna take the L. So 2-4. And then Green Bay, that's going to be an L. So 2-5. Got the bye week in Week 8. Jacksonville Jaguars, that's a win. 3 in. I almost just count, man. But it's gonna be 3 wins. Cleveland is gonna be 4 wins. New England, it's gonna be an L. Detroit, gonna be a win. So we got 5 wins on the season. Indianapolis, we're gonna lose. And then Chicago, we're gonna get the win, so we're gonna have 6 wins. Got the Indianapolis Colts, that's gonna be another loss. But Cincinnati Bengals, that's a win, about 7 wins, I think. And the Tennessee Titans, we're gonna split the season series, and they're gonna finish 8-8, I believe. I gotta just count all this real quick. Okay, so there you go. Houston Texans, 7-9 according to my calculations. So we're gonna go to the next team. There we go. Indianapolis Colts. They're gonna open Week 1 with the win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're gonna move 2-0 after the win against Minnesota. New York Jets are gonna take the win. They're gonna move to 3-0. I think the Colts are gonna be pretty good this year with Phillip Rivers, but I think they're gonna move down to 3-1. No, 4-0. 4-1 after the loss against Cleveland, but 5-1 against Cincinnati. Week 7's a bye. You're gonna get a win, 6-1, but you're gonna lose to Baltimore, move to 6-2. Tennessee Titans, you're gonna lose, move to 6-3. Same thing with the Packers, you're gonna be 6-4. But Tennessee Titans, you're gonna get the win this time, and you're gonna move to 7-4. You're gonna beat Houston and move to 8-4. We're gonna beat the Las Vegas 9-4. Got the Houston Texans another win, 10-4. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's gonna be a loss, and instead we're gonna be 10-5. But you get the win in Jacksonville, so we're gonna be 11-5 this season. So far, that's good for first place in the AFC South. Here we go. Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they're gonna be one of the worst teams in football this year. So let's see. We're gonna have Indianapolis. It's gonna be an L. Titans L. Miami L. So they're gonna be 0-3. Cincinnati, they're gonna take an L. 0-4. And then got the Houston Texans. That's gonna be L. 0-5. Detroit, you're gonna get the win. 1-5. Week 7 is a bye. After going 1-5, you're gonna lose to the Chargers. So 1-6. Houston, that's an L. 1-7. Green Bay, we're gonna move to 1-8. Pittsburgh, 1-9. Cleveland 1-10, Minnesota 1-11, Tennessee 1-12, Baltimore 1-13, Chicago 1-14, and Indianapolis are gonna go 1-15, probably be last in the division. Here we go. Tennessee Titans last year made a pretty good playoff run to the AFC Championship, but losing to the eventual Super Bowl champions. So we got the Denver Broncos. That's going to be a win, 1-0, and they're going to move 2-0 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then they're going to get the win against Minnesota, move to 3-0. So not a bad start, but Pittsburgh are going to take the L and are going to move to 3-1. Same thing with Buffalo, they're going to be 3-2, but then you're going to get the win against Houston, so you're going to move to 4-2, but a bye week. And then week 8, easy win against the Bengals, 5-2. Same thing with the Bears, 6-2. Got the Colts. Baltimore are going to move to 7-3. Colts 7-4. Cleveland 8-4. Jacksonville 9-4. Detroit 10-4. Green Bay 10-2, I think. Probably no, 10-5. Then Houston, they're going to get the win, so 11-5. So yeah. Think that might be first place. No, Colts are first place, so but they're gonna be second place in the AFC South. Here we go. Moving on to the AFC West. Got week 1. Got the Tennessee Titans. That's gonna be now. They're gonna be 0-1. But Denver again 0-2. Tampa Bay are gonna be 0-3, and then New York gonna get the 1 win. So 1-3. New England, you're gonna lose 1-4. Miami 2-4. Kansas City 2-5 going into the week 8 bye week. Atlanta gonna move to 3-5. Las Vegas 4-5. Los Angeles are gonna be 5-5, so I get back to 500. And the New Orleans Saints, that's gonna be now, but 5-6. 5-7 against Kansas City. Gonna be 6-7. 6-8 after Buffalo, but 7-8 after Los Angeles, and week 17 they're gonna be 8-8 after the win against Las Vegas. So we're gonna move on, and they're gonna be 8-8. See, that's good enough for first place in the AFC West. Here we go. Got the reigning Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Right now they're 1-0 already. So week 2 they're gonna be 2-0, 2-1 against Baltimore. But 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1. Gonna be 9-1, 10-1, 10-2. No. 11-1, 12-1, 13-1, 14-1, and 15-1. That should be good enough for first place in the AFC West. Here we go. Now we got the Las Vegas Raiders. So let's see. They're gonna be 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and 1-4. Moving into the bye week, gonna be 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, 2-7, 2-8, 3-8, 4-8, 4-9. 5-9, 6-9, and 6-10 is going to be the final record. So we got one more team left in the AFC in here in part 1, so we're going to go to them right now. Here we go. Los Angeles Chargers going to be 1-0, 1-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4. Miami. Is that 3-4? Yeah, 3-4. 4-4, 5-4, 6-4. And then you're gonna move 6-5, 6-6, 6-7, 7-7. And then you're Las Vegas. They're gonna get the win. So 8-7. Denver We're going to be 8-8, which is already a wrong calculation. We're going to be 8-9 against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's already wrong calculation, so I'm going to go fix that up real quick for you. And then we're going to wrap up the video. Okay, final record for the Los Angeles Chargers, 7-9. We're Tyrod Taylor this year. That's pretty good. If you're Tyrod Taylor, you could be. So, thanks for watching that video. Subscribe if you want more sports content. We're also going to have Madden content, NHL content probably coming soon. So, yeah, subscribe if you want to see Madden, NHL, and more sports content. So, yeah, also hit that like button. It's much appreciated. So, yeah, see you next time.